You know, hospitals save lives, but you'd be really hard-pressed to find any people that would like to spend any kind of time there, especially the older that we get. Well, today on the show, Mary Sukiennik with Home Instead is with us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm very well. You know, the older that we get, the chances increase for the possibility of a visit to the hospital and a hospital stay.
Yes.
And there are things that we're actually going to talk about today that's going to give you some ideas as to how you can lessen that chance of it happening.
There are several things you can do to prevent hospitalizations as you get older. The primary thing is follow your doctor's orders. You know, if he tells you to exercise or follow a certain diet or how to take your medications, do that. And that way you can prevent hospitalizations that way. Another thing you can do is be sure that you don't ignore symptoms. If you've started having unexpected dizzy spells, or your legs and feet start swelling and they've never done that, or you have pains in your chest or your shoulder,
Or
certainly,
numbness or something.
Pardon?
Numbness.
Yes,
Numbness
yes,
in
certainly.
your limbs, yeah.
Certainly, go see your doctor for that too. Don't ignore the symptoms, because the longer you put it off, the worse it can be.
You know, what's surprising is, in this book that I was looking at that Home Instead provides, is that experts predict that almost 50% of senior hospitalizations can be avoided.
They can be. They can be. Not only following doctor's orders, but also preventing falls. Falls are a huge factor in hospitalizations for seniors. You know, and you need to do things like make sure that there are no throw rugs that cause trips. Or, you know, sometimes people read the paper and then they throw the paper or the magazine on the floor. That's slippery if they slip on that. Or in the bathroom, they need handles by the toilet and by the shower, so you can hold on to that as you step in and out or standing up. Those little things that prevent falls can prevent hospitalizations.
And that's a big thing. Actually, because there's so many that, and you're not thinking of. You're going through your everyday life. You're used to this, but again, the older that we get, it's just our reaction time, our cognizance of things in our surroundings is not quite that sharp anymore.
No.
So you get what's the word? You just kind of get not really lazy, but
well, you just get less physically active.
Yeah.
And the less you do, then the less you're able to do. So as you age, you need to continue to be active physically and mentally. Continue to see your friends, go to church. If you belong to a club, try to get to your club meetings. If you can't go as regularly or you shouldn't drive anymore, see if a friend will take you to church or to your meetings. And when daughters and family visit their seniors, be sure that you sit down and have meals with them and engage them in conversation. If not current events, then discuss memories, things that y'all did as children, or talking to your parents about things they did as children, their first high school graduation or their first job, anything like that to make their minds continue to work will keep them mentally alert.
And talking about remembering back, pull out that picture album.
Yeah.
From Mom and Dad's got pictures from way back when. They always do that. So pull out picture albums.
Yeah.
And and remember this. Remember when we did this. And as you said, Mary, it keeps your mind stimulated. And it keeps it active.
Yes.
And then doing things like walking. We see mall walkers out there all the time because they don't have to worry about the weather or anything. Little things that you can do. One of the things that I used to love to do just as a kid, puzzles.
Yes.
Putting puzzles together. That works your mind too, and your hands.
That does.
So just different things like that.
Continue to go out to get your mail, or walk down the street a block or two if you've got sidewalks and there's not too much traffic. Anything to keep your body and your muscles still active, because those are the kinds of things, if your body is healthier and you're more alert, that helps you prevent falls too. And the other thing is, we mentioned meals earlier. They need to eat a healthy diet. Sometimes seniors get to the point where they have been cooking all their lives. They don't want to cook anymore. And it's just as easy to pull out donuts and bananas as it is to make much easier than to make a salad. We do that when we're young too, anyway. Yes, they do. Make a salad or have chicken and vegetables, things like that, to keep their diet healthy, because that helps keep seniors healthy and prevent hospitalizations.
And one of the easiest things to cook in, seniors get, is a crock pot. You can fix a meal in the crock pot for yourself.
You can.
And you can eat on that for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You know, my wife and I do that.
Yeah, but refrigerate it. Don't leave it in the
well,
crock
yes,
pot.
you definitely want to refrigerate it. You definitely want to do that. You know, and this makes it a lot easier for your caregivers, your family members, or whatever,
Yes.
to work with you and keep you around a lot longer and cut down that chance
Yeah.
of having a hospital stay.
Adult children can be a huge factor in helping their parents prevent hospitalizations. They can go with them to the doctor's office to see what the doctors are saying. You know, they can be alert to symptoms that their parent, that if something is going on with their parents, to encourage them to go to the doctor, encourage them to eat healthy meals. Do things with them, you know, take them out on outings, go to a movie, go down to the beach and watch the birds, things like that. Anything to encourage your parent to stay active is a good thing for you and your parent.
And there's things that you should watch out for, too, is if when an elderly parent or whatever all of a sudden has a bruise that,
Yes.
that you didn't see before, ask them,
Oh, yeah.
what happened? You know, did you fall?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times seniors hide falls because it's a symptom of their getting older, or they weren't paying attention, or they're getting weaker, and they don't want their children to know they're having falls. So be alert to signs that your parent has had a fall. If something in the house knocked over when you go over there, or does your parent have bruises that are unexplained?
So once again, the 5 things that you should do, 5 preventive actions that you can take that an older adult, you know, keep you out of the hospital or lessen your chance of getting into the hospital. Follow your doctor's orders. You know, whatever he tells you, you know, medications or whatever, you need extra. Don't ignore symptoms.
Right.
As we mentioned that before, you know, heart pains or whatever. Don't ignore symptoms. Reduce risks of falls and accidents. You know, just go through your house.
Yeah.
Little things, like you said, throw rugs, things, you know, in the bathrooms. Stay active physically and mentally, which is very important, and also maintain a healthy diet.
Exactly.
And there's a great little book that you can get from Home Instead. It's called 5 Ways to Prevent Senior Hospitalization, and that is available.
Yes.
And plus a whole lot of other great information.
Oh, thank
that's
you.
that's on your website. So you know, PreventSeniorHospitalizations.com is another one that you can check out. Some more great tips, as always.
Thank you.
And it's good to have
Thank
you,
you.
Mary.
Thanks.
Take
So
care.
good to see you,
So
Jim.
good to see you. Mary
Thanks.
Sukiennik with Home Instead. Again, not only this, but a lot of other great things, if you'd like some more information, and all the great services that Home Instead does provide to the community, whether you're a caregiver or you're a senior or approaching those senior years. Give them a call. Numbers on your screen. Home Instead.